Hello, it's Logan. I'm bringing you this review from deep within the northern Minnesotan wilderness. Just kidding, I'm in my backyard. I just could not wait for my next adventure to do a review of my new hammock. Single point hammocks have received a bad reputation from the rock climbing crowd. They're usually really confined, squeezing your shoulders all night, and you're squished against a cold rock wall, and there's no spreader bars, and it just sucks. The Mosquito hammock, bat hammock, solves all of those problems. Let's start with things that are fantastic. When Tom Clater designed this hammock, he built it so that the webbing was offset towards the head. This puts your body weight centered right below the anchor point, so that when you're sleeping in it, the heavier side of your body, which is the head end, isn't tilting the hammock in this direction. Instead, it's centered so you sleep perfectly level. I think that design feature is where all of the other single point hammocks failed, because it's really hard to sleep when you wake up every hour with a head rush from all of your blood flowing downhill into your head. The next thing that I love about this hammock is the construction. I've owned 5 hammocks and 3 portaledges, and I built and sewn them all myself. So this is the first hammock that I actually purchased, and I love it because, for example, the seams are perfectly parallel, which is something that never happens on my hammocks. There are daisy chains everywhere on the hammock. It has 2 large pockets to help prevent you from, dropping stuff in the middle of the night. The poles attach very effortlessly, and the design is simple. Just webbing and nylon put together. No buckles or cam adjusters or anything like that. And did I mention the comfort? Don't worry, because it's all there. There's no shoulder squeeze like other single point hammocks or bridge hammocks. I can easily sleep on my side, and I'm 6'3", and I have plenty of length to sleep comfortably. Unlike my portaledges, I can actually set this hammock up in the tree. I've only set it up 3 times, and the 3rd time was in a tree, and I had 0 problems. This could never happen with my portaledge. I always set them up on the ground and then tow them up into the tree canopy, which creates lots of problems because it's always getting stuck on branches, and it's just no fun. This, I can just carry the bag up into the tree in a backpack and set it up wherever my chosen campsite is. Easy, and I love it. It's also very simple to get into. I have a lot of ideas for minimalist tree camping, and one of them is just a rope hanging down beyond the hammock and a simple ascension system to get up into the hammock. And this works flawlessly for that type of climbing and that type of tree camping. And once you're actually inside the hammock, it feels very safe and secure. This is important for tree camping because if it feels like you're gonna fall out of your portaledge or hammock, you're gonna wake up all night fearing that you're gonna fall to your death. And you just don't want that. So once you get inside this hammock, it has nice tall sides that kind of cup you in, and it has a tall head and foot end so that there's like absolutely no way that you'll just roll out or slide out of the hammock. And the last 2 fantastic things about this hammock is the price, which is $160 and way cheaper than any of the competition, and the weight is just over 5 pounds with everything included, which is also much lighter than any of the competition. Now for the things that aren't fantastic. The first one is weight. Yes, it's way lighter than the competition, and I love that, but it is still 5 pounds. It would be pretty easy to drop another pound or 2 off this hammock by using different materials, lighter carbon fiber poles. I guess it comes down to how lightweight do you want to make it, and at what point is it so lightweight that durability issues start becoming a factor. The second issue is pole retention. I didn't notice it the first 2 times that I set it up on the ground, but when you actually have to climb in and out of the hammock by standing in it when you're up in a tree, it's kind of easy to knock the poles out of their little slot. And I haven't dropped a pole yet because usually one of the ends will retain it, but I did have my helmet clipped like this, and one end popped out and it dropped my helmet all the way down to the ground. The third and final issue is tarp options. You really only have one option. And it works fantastic for what this hammock was made for, which is rock climbing, because it prevents you from dying from hypothermia from being soaking wet. But as far as tree camping goes, where there's bugs and mosquitoes that you have to protect yourself from, it doesn't work very well, because when you enclose yourself into this waterproof sack and it's in the middle of the summer, you're going to get very hot and sweaty, and it's just not going to be fun. I did steal my tarp from my double portaledge and used it with this hammock just to see how it would fit. And it would work in a pinch, but I think to solve this problem, what we have to do is contact Tom Clater and say, hey, you know, be at the forefront of tree camping. We need gear. Nobody's making this yet. I think that you can take it on. And that's the awesome thing about small cottage manufacturers, and one of the reasons why I'm happiest that I was able to purchase this from a small cottage manufacturer, because they listen and they hear what adventurous like us actually need. I'm very excited to test this hammock out on its first real adventure, going tree camping deep in the wilderness. Go check out mosquitohammocks.com. Tom Clater is an awesome guy. He responded to all my questions and emails that I sent him. A great guy to deal with. I hope that this video helped you out in your future hammock purchase decisions. Goodbye and be safe.
Whoa! Like down to my knees.
This is the tree that we've chosen. Oh! I actually think that your guys' views from down here were better than mine up there.